Hi Sagittarius, happy September. I hope you are doing well. Okay, I set these up a little bit different. Given we've got some big shifts going on here, we've had them all year, but Venus retrograde and being invisible part of the time to the end of the year is a big thing because it brings up a lot of our homegrown fears, our sense of self, our sense of worthiness. It's the big things, right, that can take us down like a house. So good, bad, and different. I just want to lay these things out a little bit different so we can get ahead of things, right, so they don't spiral out of control. Say things we regret, yada, yada, right? So I broke them down into weeks so we can kind of see how the month will play out. Don't hold it to this exact week time, as you know, sets its own course. So I pulled an oracle card too, and I think what's happening here is I think you're advancing in something. Already I can feel this. I think you're advancing in something, and I think that you've got some looky-loos that aren't real happy for you, unfortunately. I think you've got some loyal people in your sphere, but you've also got people that are in the process of undermining you. Hopefully, not hopefully, but I would rather have this appear on the work front than the home front. So you'll be the judge of how this goes. But you've got the Raven card. Darkness looms on the horizon. Look at this, though, as forewarned is forearmed. Okay, so this is why I'm doing this, so that we can see what's coming up here. Okay, that's the Raven. I want to read it for you, too. The Raven is an omen of a warning of ill intent. The dark harbinger, or the creator of shadows, and the scavenger among the ruins. That's the key there, I think. Darkness looms on the horizon. Take heed. I think you may be advancing in something at work. Something may be coming back around where, you're really getting recognition for something. Not everyone is always happy with that, right? That's what I think is going on there. Now, your energy card, overall energy card coming in, is the High Priestess, right? Let me get the cards out because this can go one of two ways for people, okay? The first week we've got the Hermit. Second week we've got the Eight of Wands. Third week we've got the female Knight of Cups. This deck has male and female. I got this for this reason, so we can kind of pinpoint things a little bit more in a general reading. This is the female Knight of Cups. And the last week, you've got the male Page of Wands. Okay, now, a few things that I think can be happening here. The energy coming in of the High Priestess can be secrets, right? It can be trust your intuition. And I'm going to say in here, you really want to trust your intuition, okay? I think that it can be secrets being revealed. I think family secrets can come out. People who you thought were your friend, you find out are gossiping against you. But I think that it's just be on your toes here. This can actually show up as the energy, though, too, of, like a secret love affair, a secret office affair, something like that that's not on the not on the open, I should say. It's not out in the open, right? Or it's feelings you have for someone and you haven't told them about it, or vice versa, right? Now, the first week, this can be the secret. This can be the secret bearer. You know what I mean? Like the energies of, like the first week you find out, you're like, you come into the month and you're like, oh, I got a feeling. Here it comes. It's revealed to you. It can show up. The Hermit can show up like that. Okay. The second week, you've got the Eight of Wands. That can be communication, but it can also be people cutting you down, right? It could be jealousy. It could be harassment. You could be being harassed. You could be like online being harassed or stalked or something like that, right? Sudden progress, I think, though, this could be something too, flipping around on the job spectrum. This could be something that opens up, like that you have been passed by on, and it reopens, the door reopens, people come back, job opportunities present themselves. Foreign countries, travel, paperwork, documents, things like that. I'm going to say here, watch out if you're doing the online dating thing. Keep that in perspective. Make sure that, you know, it is what it is. Third week, you've got the female Knight of Cups, okay? This is where I think things get a little bit, I think these are actual people. I think some are genuine friends. I think some are out to get you for sure, okay? The female Knight of Cups, okay, that can be someone who's got emotions for you. Like I say, the secret can be someone really has feelings for you and you just don't know yet. That could be it too. You want to watch out though, and I'm not laughing, I assure you. I've been stalked more times than I care to even relive, and it's not a pleasant experience. So if that's the case, don't misconstrue that for something that's flattery, because it can turn really bad really fast. So be aware that that's not a normal thing, okay? I know you are, but I'm just pointing this out here too, because we've got a wonky moon coming in here. I didn't even think of that when I was doing this, but I'm not going to cast the energy into here, but it would relate to the Raven card for sure. Okay, so just be aware of those things. You're smart cookies. You're very intuitive as well, so you would pick up on this for sure. Okay. Now, this person, right, the female Knight of Cups here, on a positive, it's someone who you get an invitation, it's a date, you go somewhere, that would be lovely, right? That would be lovely. There's attraction there. But on the flip side, and we're missing coins and swords in here, on the flip side, this could be an opportunist looking for something from you. Okay, so be aware of that. Now, the Page of Wands, the male, this would be a male Page of Wands. Okay, so that's why I think for some of you, these are going to play out in very different ways, okay? The Page of Wands, I feel in here is, it could be a faithful friend for sure. It could also be a stranger that's got good intentions, right? Like someone may say to you, hey, you know, Mary, who sits next to you in the bay, you think she's your friend, but you should hear her, how she talks about you out. It could be things like that too, right? Just that works case nonsense, right? Gossip is just, it's craziness. It could be, though, someone, you know, that you're dating and they're just really indecisive about things. The Hermit card can be someone who is a loner. They don't do really well in relationships. It would be someone that if this was online dating, like they would sit at home on their computer and pretend to be, what was that? There was a video a long time ago. I can't remember who did it, but it was funnier than hell, about the guy who sat at home on his computer. Oh, I can't remember this song. I'm so sorry, guys. It was one, I think it was like from the 80s or 90s, and he sat at home on the computer behind the screen, and he was, you know, pretending to be all these different things for different people. It's a song. I can't remember what it was, but it was funny. I think it was like one of those Who Let the Dogs Out songs. Like, it was something like that, but it was stinking hysterical. But it could be something like that, where someone is really playing games. They're not really good socially, so they do these things online, and you could be falling hook, line, and sinker for something that's not quite what you're expecting, right? It could be something like that. So just be careful with things like that. With no coins cards, there's no grounding here. It could be someone that is very susceptible with these energies and not at their best, meaning you. I'm reading for you. I'm saying don't be pulled down a rabbit hole. If someone is complimenting you and giving you flattery, take that with a grain of salt. Don't be so down on yourself. Say something just whips through here. These emotions, these energies have been crazy. They bring out emotional instability. So, you know, if you are single and you're looking for something and someone says the right thing, you may very, very easily pull down the rabbit hole. Don't use that. Use this here. Trust your intuition. That could be with the Hierophant too. I'm sorry, the High Priestess is trust your intuition here. The High Priestess too, as energy, it could be someone that you're dealing with that is very codependent. They do not like to be by themselves. So it could be someone in your sphere like that too. The Hermit card can also be, it could be, like I say, knowledge about something. I'm going to say with this, though, there's an air with him of being discreet. So if this is maybe something, I'm just not liking the flavor of this. I think you've got people around you that just aren't really above board. I think for some of you, you're making great strides in your life, and I think people are trying to pull you down. This sadly could be stuff too about, you know, like family secrets come out. Not, you know, not negative. It could be like, you know, family secrets, things you didn't know, maybe something you find out about your mother, your father, your sister, brother, family members, right? Something. It could be something like that. The reason that I'm really breaking this down, guys, is because there's kind of like a film, a fog over things. So without coins here, no grounding, and without swords, something could very easily cross your path where it really is too good to be true. Meaning, though, it's like creepy behind the scenes. You know, so just be conscious. Oops, sorry. Be conscious of that. It could be someone too, one of those MIA people, like you start dating someone and then they just disappear. It can be someone who, you know, doesn't, they're very uncomfortable. It would be more than an introvert. It would be like a recluse, like someone who really just, you know, may have the best intentions, but they really don't do well with other people. It's someone who's basically cut themselves off. For some of you, though, I think you're getting sudden progress in something. Like something comes out of the blue and like you get a job overseas, or an opportunity opens up, or you know, something positive comes out of the blue here and you have to take advantage of it. That's what I think is going on here. Watch your other signs. This is not going to partake with everyone, but you've got the High Priestess here. So first and foremost, trust your intuition here. It can be, like I say, though, it's your energy. It's the energy through here. So it's rippled through here. And I feel it strongly, too. I think someone's just not being on the up and up with you. You know, and it could be multiple people. It could be people on your job front where you're like, wow, I thought these people were helping me and they were working, you know, behind the scenes to cut me down. That's always lovely. But for others of you, I think people may tell you how they feel. I think, you know, people have feelings for you and they may not have told you, and now you're about to find out. Towards the end of the month, I feel that that's what goes on, though. I'm pulling the negative of these cards out because our elements are off. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. I'm just putting it out here for you, you know, because this is a general reading. But for the most part, I think people, you know, have good intent. They've got, you know, you may find out someone cares about you. Someone has feelings for you. They find you attractive. But for other people, they're trying to exploit you for something. You know, you may have something that they can. Just be cautious of that. I think that more sits around the work arena. For others of you, I have to say I am a little concerned with the new dating thing. I'd be cautious with that. Okay. I'm only putting it out here because there are energies around that they're not pleasant. They're where example would be like, instead of someone getting help for something, they become like they were victimized or something, and they become the victimizer. They cross the line like that. I'm going to pull some clarifiers because this was a little heavy of a reading. But you guys seem to get slammed. You know what you're doing. You know, it's just these are the looky-boos that pass through your life that, you know, some are just, you know. If a foreign opportunity comes up, and it's something that the door's been open before, but the timing was off or something didn't come through, it could possibly happen here again. All right. I'm going to say watch for slamming on social media. A lot of social media crap, I feel, sits in here too. So if you're someone who's like a blogger, or you've got a YouTube channel, or you do something online, you've got a website, just be careful of I would say don't put all your wares out there. Be discreet, as in, you know, don't take someone at face value, right? I get a lot of times, I'll get things in my, I'll get emails from people, and I know they're trying to feel me out for things. They're not actual clients, but they come through the website, and they'll be asking all kinds of questions. And I'm open to answer anything prior to a reading. Just be aware of that as well. But this is more, it's more of like a weird feeling. You know, I know they're trying to attain something. I'm never quite sure what that is. But they ask like ridiculous prodding questions that really have nothing to do with that. They may just be trying to figure out what my revenue is, or trying to figure out exactly what I do, or, you know, just really weird questions. But if I weren't on top of it, it could possibly be something that was not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So just be aware, because people do things. If you're on the up and up and you really don't think like a screwy Louie person, you can, you know, in this energy become prey to something, you know, that's not above, you know, people that aren't really integrity based. Let's see here what our hermit has to say. All right. For the hermit, you've got the 9 of Wands. Okay? That's, again, knowing when to hold them, when to fold them, right? It's presence, though. It could be, like I say, something comes back around. Someone tells you how they feel. Someone gives you a gift. That would be lovely, right? Just make sure it's not a bribe. Okay? All right. The 9 of Wands is, it says, though, protect yourself. Okay? It does say it has to, it can do that. And given that this hermit, normally he's, you know, on the up and up, but it is also someone who, you know, can lurk in the bushes there. So just be aware of that. All right. 8 of Wands. You've got the protector, okay, which is the King of Wands. This could be a lawyer. You may, right? This can be a legal matter too, right? It could be, but he's showing up the card itself as protector, and it's the King of Wands. That could be legal. That could be a police officer. That could be, you know, any kind of law enforcement. Okay. You've got the 10 of coins here, and this speaks of a journey. Okay, so that's why I say something could have opened up and you may be traveling now, you know. This can be migration too. You know, we've got a lot of that going on now. It can be something like that. If that's you, someone can be offering you help here, okay? Okay. This card here, this male, Page of Wands, this is someone who's acting like a child, okay? And I think you're just done with that. So this could be something where you're not going to deal with it anymore. Okay. And remember, I'm clarifying the High Priestess. Your energy card, you've got the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. Clarifying this. And it's someone who is a flatterer. Don't fall trap to someone's nonsense, is what I'm going to say. This would be something in the workplace. This would be online dating. I really don't feel these are sustained relationships. I don't feel that these are current relationships, like romantic relationships. I don't feel that that's this. I think that this is more game playing of like single people that are falling though for other people's nonsense that aren't on the up and up. I think that those are the secrets that come out. For others of you, I think that you may have opportunities on the job front. You know what I mean? Where things that were not an option to you are an option to you now. I'm just going to say, just be careful with your online stuff. Be careful with your online businesses. If you've got, like you do online banking and online, you know, all that kind of stuff, make sure you're shutting out of those kind of things here too. I think you've just got a lot of nonsense as far as people go around here. Around you, so you may want to thin those herds there. That's what comes up too. It's like we start to look at the people around us now and we're like, have I outgrown this? Is this really serving a purpose? And you thin the herd that way. And that's what I think you could be doing here too. And with the Raven card, all I'm going to say with that is just be on your toes. I would rather have you be forewarned and not be thrilled about this reading than not know about it. You know, so here you go. That's why I'm doing this. So I hope that this helped you in some way. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to look at this for you. Okay? Thank you so much.